This is production meeting 4. It is the 4th of the 3rd, 2021. We have Courtney Bayless, Rebecca Jones, and Lewis Draper, and today we'll be going over each other's storyboards and giving feedback. So initially looking at yours, Courtney, it's very detailed. The images give you a really good idea of what you plan to shoot, and the descriptions just help to reaffirm it quite well. With your sound effects, though, do you know which ones are going to be Foley and which ones are going to be sourced at all? Because
well, ones that are enhanced, obviously, will be Foley. Like for example, when the character is running into the park, that'll be Foley. I think the main thing, though, that I still is undecided is the music, because I definitely want to include music.
Yeah. So it's definitely worth adding to each sound effect, whether it's going to be Foley or sourced, just so that you know yourself. And also with the music, you might want to find a track and put it in, just so you know roughly where you want it to come in and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Also, are you planning to have? You're not planning to have voiceover at all. Does that mean that the characters? Because at the end you said a genie appears and introduces themselves. Are you gonna do that using the raw footage audio, or?
Oh no. On the outdoor scenes, I already said to the person who I'll be filming with that we're probably going to need to be doing voiceover, but that's not really sound effects or Foley. That's kind of that's something else.
Yeah, but there is a voiceover box, so maybe it might be worth putting in the voiceover box.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What about you, Rebecca? Anything?
I would say to look into editing techniques more and perhaps filters, because say if you were outside, you would want to portray it as sort of like more darker and that. And there ain't many editing techniques, but overall everything else is good. And the editing techniques you've already got, but I think maybe more could add more of an effect.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Alright.
Is that everything for Courtney's one?
I wouldn't say there's anything else to say.
Right, let's move on to Rebecca's then.
I like how Rebecca's has just images all throughout, and it seems to be very well structured and has a good vision of how the final will look.
Yeah, are you not planning to have any sort of other sound other than the music, Rebecca?
I am planning to have some Foley sounds, like opening the curtains and that, but I don't think I got to add that.
I see, because I was wondering, because yeah, so yeah, same as Courtney, just make sure you know which ones are going to be sourced and not. Also, it may be worth having, when your music comes, and exit, like an exit box, and maybe have your music fade out, rather than because obviously in shot 17, where you've got them taking the earphone out, the sound isn't just going to disappear, it's going to quiet. So maybe have it fade out rather than just disappear. Other than that, maybe... Yeah, no, it sounds good otherwise. Looks good. Anything from you, Courtney? Or?
Not really. Not really. That's already been said.
For shot 16, the flashback, do you have any kind of picture reference for what you're going to do in that one, or are you just...
I think I'm going to try and source some old ones, but I would probably have to source some online.
I see. That makes sense. I was just wondering, that's all. Is that everything for Rebecca's and feedback wise?
Probably. I like how it loops around to the end.
I agree. I agree because I've done the same thing. I would maybe. Yeah, are you having the same shot at the beginning as at the end?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It won't be exactly the same because I'll obviously have to change the day. Or it'll be
Yeah.
that'd be pretty cool. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that sounds good. Alright. I guess it's my feedback now. Yay. Yeah, fire away. Any feedback?
So are you planning for all of your shots to have like a happy look on them, or like kind of dark, like how you
I don't think a dark look would suit, so I think they're gonna be sort of like. I think I want them to start off boring and slowly get more lifelike and become a bit more entertaining.
Yeah, so maybe you should consider adding like a filter on some parts, and then as it like adds saturation or something as you get further into your shot.
So have it sort of start out grey, but then gain colour.
Yeah.
Looking at yours, you only seem to have 2 pictures of the sky, so there's only going to be like 2 scenes across the whole thing.
There's 3 throughout, but I didn't have the ability to get 3 different pictures of the sky, so I just got a rough picture of where I would be shooting from. And then obviously when it comes to filming, I can take it at different times of the day and just insert it in. But it'll be a similar kind of shot, just at different times of day. If that makes sense.
So I suppose most of the film will take place in your room or outside.
Yeah, pretty much. There is.
What do you be doing outside?
It's mostly just showing society and freedom through being outside.
Okay.
So it sort of like starts off in the room on my own, and then I sort of like I move downstairs, I do a bit of cooking, and then I get ready, go outside, and look at society, and then it repeats itself basically. The whole idea of coming out isn't just a one-day thing; it's constant. And it's the repetition with the fade to black, and then the same alarm sound.
I think your storyboards look good. Then you have a good idea of what you're doing. I'm not really sure what else to suggest aside from like pictures of the sky and stuff, which as you already said what you're gonna do for that. So.
Everything then? I have.
Yeah.
We can barely hear you, Rebecca.
I said yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool.